where are we?
I'm waiting, Cloud. What the hell is this?
This is... Sephiroth.
Sephiroth, the one, the only. You know him. Most of us love him. He's hot. He is very powerful and also scary. But let's look at a different scene. I'm sorry, but that smirk is so deviously attractive. Like, they didn't have to make him do that. Sephiroth's been very near and dear to my heart ever since I was a kid. Ever since him kicking my ass back in Kingdom Hearts 1, I was a super fan. Then, I eventually ended up playing the original Final Fantasy VII. And even though he was all sharp edges and old graphics, I was infatuated. Throughout life, I ended up finding the other Final Fantasy titles, Crisis Core, Advent Children, recently there was Ever Crisis and the remakes. And I've always thought that, Cloud was kind of cool, kind of cute. But for me, Sephiroth has always been my true crush and the coolest character I'd ever come across. And that leads me to the reason for this video. I made a cocktail based off of him. So, we have Shadow Flare, a dark and elegant cocktail that reflects Sephiroth's intense presence, supernatural power, and tragic depth. The ingredients include an ounce of Jägermeister, half an ounce of blackberry liqueur, a fourth of amaretto liqueur, a fourth of lemon juice, a dash of Angostura bitters, and after some help from my good friend Cameron with an X, we decided to put in a half an ounce of blackberry whiskey. As I go through the reasoning behind each of these ingredients, I will also share with you the drawing process of Sephiroth holding his own cocktail, Shadow Flare. Jägermeister is bold, herbal, and slightly bitter, evoking Sephiroth's complex and ominous nature. It captures the idea of something ancient and alchemic, just like Sephiroth's transformation to something beyond human. The intense herbal profile mirrors his command over arcane powers and chaos. The blackberry liqueur adds deep, dark fruit notes, symbolizing the void and darkness within Sephiroth's soul. Blackberry also gives a rich, almost bloody tone that reflects his role as both the villain and the tragic fallen hero. Its sweetness is seductive, masking deeper bitterness, just like Sephiroth's calm demeanor hides his wrath. The amaretto liqueur's almond and cherry-like sweetness bring warmth and softness, nodding to Sephiroth's humanity and the illusion of control. It also recalls the pain of his origins, created, manipulated, and abandoned. The ingredient adds emotional depths, tying in his psychological torment. A splash of lemon adds acidity and brightness, cutting through the dark liqueurs, symbolizing conflict, tension, and clarity piercing the madness. It's like the flash of light during his actual move Shadow Flare, or the moments when Sephiroth's facade fractures. The dash of Angostura bitters adds spice and balance, rounding out the drink with aromatic complexity. Symbolically, it represents bitterness, vengeance, and the internal chaos driving Sephiroth. It's a final nod to his transformation into something mythic and wrathful. The last ingredient that we ended up adding was completely by coincidence and accident, and that was the blackberry whiskey, but we'll talk more on that later. The blackberry whiskey amplifies the dark, brooding fruit notes while introducing the bold heat and strength of whiskey, a spirit associated with power, intensity, and inner fire. It enhances the dark elegance of Sephiroth's character and gives the cocktail a smoky undertone, echoing the destruction he brings like when he set Nibelheim aflame. The blackberry element keeps the theme of darkness, the void, and mysterious allure, while the whiskey reflects his godlike ambition, rage, and the raw, almost divine force he wields in his final form. To finish this part out, we have Shadow Flare, the cocktail inspired by Sephiroth. It includes 1 ounce of Jägermeister for his dark power and supernatural control, half an ounce of blackberry whiskey for his destruction and dark charisma, half an ounce of blackberry liqueur for his depth, the void in his soul, and his tragic allure. We have 1/4 of an ounce of amaretto for his lost humanity and bitter legacy. We have 1/4 of lemon juice for his conflict, his clarity, and his tension. And finally, a dash of Angostura bitters for his bitterness, his madness, and the final form. While I was the one who created this recipe initially, I shared it with my good friend Cameron with the next, and he ended up making it on his stream. I will now share that clip, but I will also be linking his channel in the description below, and it would be greatly appreciated if you would go check him out afterwards.
The Shadow Flare drink. I think we're gonna do that one. Grab a shaker for this one. We'll start with 1 ounce of Jägermeister, a 1/2 ounce of a blackberry liqueur, using this blackberry whiskeys because that's what I thought. 1/4 of an ounce of amaretto, 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. We'll finish this with a single dash of Angostura bitters. Let's add some ice to this glass and give it a shake. Had my glass chilling. Let's give it a strain. Check out the color, beautifully orange. Try it without the garnish first. Oh, that is so interesting! Wow! That is a combo I was not prepared for. That blackberry is such a good match for the Jägermeister, and I did not see that coming. Wow, that's cool. I like this. Let's see if we can set it on fire. Lemon wheel. Pop that on top. A little bit of lemon extract on top. There we go. Only because I can. Let's do a little cinnamon. Turn the lights back on. Put the fire away. Foxworth, thank you. That was an adventure. I love adventures.
Before I end off this video, here's some fun little details about that clip. That was the first time I had ever spoken in his stream, and I've been watching his videos for the past 5 years. I ended up coming out of the woodworks finally, and I spoke up and I told him about the cocktail, and he ended up making it right there on stream. He did not have any blackberry liqueurs or brandies, and so he used that Bird Dog whiskey. And he said it was good. Before he tried setting it on fire, he tried it, and he was like, dang, this is good. We originally tried setting that lemon wheel on fire with almond extract, but it wasn't working. So then, as I watch in horror, as he pours the lemon extract directly into the cocktail and sets it on fire, I immediately knew that it was not going to be that good. And then the cinnamon was just icing on the cake of it snowballing downwards. But he liked it originally, and then just through being goofy, we ended up messing it up. But the other thing is that he used that Bird Dog whiskey, so it turned orange instead of the purple that I wanted it to be. I then went and found that exact same Bird Dog blackberry whiskey, and I tried it the way he made it, and I was like, dang, that's pretty good. And then, just for shits and giggles, I ended up adding it to the actual recipe, and it rounded it out so well that we just ended up accidentally finding out how to make it perfect. With all that said, thank you for sticking to the end, and I hope y'all all have a great rest of your day, and let me know if you end up giving this cocktail a try and what y'all think about it.